gonna shoot this once and then edit it later. Okay, it is July 28th, 9:42 a.m. This is the week's self-recording. I'm gonna jump into it. I have a list of things that I wanna touch on. This is actually gonna be the 5th edited self-recording that I've done. So let's get started. Okay, so this week I reached out to 93 Alibaba factories to find different substitutes and vendors for my original factories that help me with my proprietary material for the Jiffies as well as the water bears. Found 4 of them that are potential candidates, and then I found one that's a golden Alibaba factory. And I'm hoping that I can continue development and communication with them so that they can just replace my current factory altogether. We shall see though. I created my first Tinkering with Truth video. It is 40 minutes long, unedited. It's ridiculous. And it's talking about the 3 levels of expressed manifestation: art or creativity, invention, and innovation. I turn on a light, all my spoons on this level, taken those solutions and then brought them into his own world, into his own domain. This is that solution from a disparate industry onto itself again. But man, this is what happens. Do you see my neck? See how it's getting red? So this happens, and that is where I will leave it. I'll include a link in below. And then I also posted 3 different user-generated content videos for Jiffies, water bears, and the lens caps. That was huge. I haven't created social media content in a year, at least a year. And I just forgot how much work it takes to create these little videos, but I'm approaching it a whole lot different than I did before. A year and later ago, my whole attempt at doing user-generated content or creating videos in general was just more of like I gotta post because I gotta post. What I'm doing now though is treating it as like evergreen content, organic content that's evergreen. What I mean by that is you have things like frequently asked questions, right? So someone asks all the time, is it safe for eyeglasses? And this is me referring to the Jiffies or the water bears. Is it safe to use on my prescription reading glasses? The answer is yes. The problem though is that I just created just simple little scripts. It was just a very blanket statement in response to that one question being asked like 1,000 different ways. And because it was dressed up that way, I just kept answering the question with that same script. But then I was like, why not just create like a 1-minute amazing video that like answers that FAQ question that you can use as like a, here, just go watch this video later. So it took me 3.5 hours to actually make it, and I made it on the way home from St. George to here. And then what I did was posted it. And now all I need to do forever is just refer back to that video, and it answers questions that people have without even having to bring it up to me. It's like they could be scrolling and they could find it in one way, shape, or form and be like, oh yeah, that was actually a question that I had, and Carrie's already answered it. This is awesome. So what I'm doing is now I am approaching user-generated content, or anything that I post moving forward, is does this have real value where someone could find this video valuable, you know, a week, 2 weeks, 2 years, 20 years in the future? And if the answer is yes, then I move on to the second question. Is this answering a question or addressing a concern or problem that customers are having right now? And if the answer is yes to that question, then I ask a third question. Is there a way that I could shoot it so that it's kind of like a one and done? I shoot it once, I edit it, and then I post it in a bunch of different places, and then I'm done. Always having it as reference material later. And if the answer is yes to all 3 of those questions, then I move forward with it. And it already feels awesome. So that was fun. But then I also shot off fireworks with my friend Ethan Roberts, and well, not this weekend, this last week, because it was Pioneer's Day, which is like the 4th of July for Utah. And it went from shooting off fun fireworks to doing it with Donny Osmond. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Hey, biggest bad boys you got.
Small amount of grams, 500.
Way over my head language. This will be, so all these ones will give us the deal.
And then they have some different effects too. Like,
Yeah, I'll take this one and that one. And then just use my reward points from my credit card.
Oh, right.
Watch out, Tommy. Oh, dude. That was kind of unexpected, but it was fun. Tonight was awesome.
but I feel like I missed my chance to ask Donny Osmond how he put 800 people's names in his mouth for that birthday thing. How did you do that? How did you do the CGI? And I feel like the universe aligned everything for it to go, and I freaking missed it. I didn't even ask him.
Donny Osmond birthday thing? What are you talking about, dude? Well, I'm glad you asked. You just search Donny Osmond happy birthday, click on American Greetings. What are we gonna look up? And we'll choose Aaron. Let's say Aaron's turning, 39 years old.
Today, we're here at your party. Osmond. Happy birthday, Aaron. This one's for you.
How do they do it? How does he do it? I don't know, but I want to do this so badly, so stinking badly. Aaron, it's your birthday. I don't know, but I want to do that. What if I was able to do that? I was able to put together this entire sequence where it was me talking to my customer, and I used their name, and I created this whole spielio, but then did it in a way where like the Dollar Shave Club guy did it as well. So it's like this low budget, funny monologue, but it's me talking to a customer using their name, putting their name in my mouth and having it be like that plus CD Baby email script that happened like 20 years ago that went viral via email. So you take Donny Osmond, and then you take the Dollar Shave Club guy, and then you take CD Baby guy. You mix it all together, and then I put together this video, and this video is like, hey Aaron, it's Carrie here with InnoWorks. I just wanted to say, man, thank you so much for your purchase up. And then I would like insert the thing that he bought right from me. And then I would like have this entire video that's like a 90-second video specifically for him, like the happy birthday Donny Osmond deal. But the whole plan was like, it's so personalized yet CGI, but then I've done it for like every single name on the planet, or at least most of them. And then what ends up happening is it's like, you get this email and it's like a confirmation email that you've purchased your product from me, but it's really a video from me. And you click on the video and it's like, hey Aaron, it's Carrie here. I just wanted to say thank you for purchasing my products. In fact, thank you so much for purchasing the plush puffs and the Charizards and the U1 universal lens caps. Man, I'm really, really appreciate it. And right now I have my kids packaging your order. Their little hands are great for inspecting those products and making sure it's tip-top shape and packaged correctly. Some might call this child labor. I call it a family business. But wouldn't it be amazing? I think it would be fantastic. So my request to the community is this. Is there anyone out there that knows or could help me do this thing? If you're out there or you get this message, even if it's 6 months or 6 years in the future, but you know how to do that thing, DM me. I want to know how to do it. I think it's going to be glorious. Anyway, back to the self-recording. But the biggest thing of all this week was that I tested dye sublimation of Jiffies. Today is the day. Alrighty, round 2 of testing.
Important stuff. Why do you have a UPS hat on?
Dude, because these are like illegal. That's plentiful.
Oh, I love that smell.
Smell of opportunity. You really don't like it? Saying is I can have this for free.
Come on, sell it. Yeah. Those are sesame seeds?
I think we've got it set up. If there's a reaction I could have right now, it would be this.
Give me some sushi fighting.
Give me sad sushi. Give me let's do this sushi. This one's like, oh, you know why? Look, chopsticks. This guy's about to be eaten. And this one, no one's gonna ever know this, but this one's looking down at this one being like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get eaten. I'm gonna get eaten too. All for the YouTube channel, boys. You're gonna be like, whoa, I remember when Carrie only had 45 subscribers. Now he has millions. Alrighty. I feel like a little outdated. It's just a test. 60 seconds.
One Mississippi.
60, yeah. Alrighty. Oh, that smells amazing.
So yours truly didn't wind up all hot, right? Let me see here. Silicone did not melt.
At all. Mm-hmm. It didn't delaminate. It didn't turn yellow. It worked! It worked! It worked! It worked! Dang, that's good. Dang, that's good. Okay, let's do Trump.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, so these aren't even.
Okay, that ain't bad.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it?
Doom.
Yeah, Doom.
I mean, it's even more vibrant on the... see right there.
Yeah, and you're not going on pure white either.
Yeah, and that probably has something to do with it, huh?
My guess is the base color is changing the entire, so it's bringing it down in vibrancy a little bit. But then, I mean, even if you just look at this one with Martha, it's not as vibrant as what you have there anyway. So I don't think you're going to gain vibrancy when you
the transfer.
Yeah.
You think that
If we did this one, that's more vibrant, I would say, or as vibrant for sure.
Man, Martha, you looking pretty. Pretty girl. Ooh, girl. Oh my gosh, we did it. And it didn't melt the silicone out either.
Now let's go cut them.
Martha just looked good. All right, so the back. Any yellowing?
No.
Any bubbling? Martha, Momoa. Oh, merman. What's his name again? Aquaman. Aquaman, guys, this turned out juicy. Couture. Now we just need to dial in just a little bit better. I want them a little bit more vibrant. But all of the testing that we were going to do that I was afraid of, like it melting the silicone composite or yellowing it on the sides when we laser cut it, those are both issues that are not issues. Okay, so now we figured out the feasibility tests. We're gonna have to tweak a couple of things probably with the printer and the heat press to get the colors as vibrant as we want them. So now it's on to viability tests. Can I actually do this and make enough of a profit to justify it? I feel like that was the highlight of July. At this point, I have to find a dye sublimation printer, a heat press, a laser cutter. I need to find the right supplier in factories, and then I need to have them replicate my proprietary material. Then I need to have them send it to me in rolls or in square sheets that I can then test in my little dye sublimation process. But once I have done that, then it's a matter of just buying 2 or 3 of those smaller dye sublimation printers, a couple of the heat presses, and then just 1 laser cutter, and then I could have a full production going constantly. Man, that is a lot. But I'm gonna see this as a positive step forward. Now I still got to figure out a couple of kinks, but once I get that figured out and then have like this scaled lateral production system for doing small batch orders here in the States, so that while I'm trying to look for factories overseas to help me with smaller bulk custom orders like 1 to 1,000 and so forth, I can be doing these like super small limited edition runs like 5 to 25, but then I can be doing them in ways of like sending out those as samples to potential customers and brands for me to actually do these like larger quantity. So limited editions, small bulk custom orders, samples for landing brand deals, and potentially finding a replacement or multiple replacement factories and supplier for Watercress and Jeffy's. And it might be at better rates as well. And if they are better rates and better lead, it almost makes me kick myself because I should have done this months ago. Alas, we move forward. Ah yes, self-recordings. Yes, I began posting my self-recordings on my YouTube channel. A couple of things to note with that. There are like 50 self-recordings. I do one every single week. I've missed a couple of weeks over the years, but they go back to 2023, so there's like 50 videos. Most of them are unedited. And what I'm wanting to do is I want to publish them as unlisted, so it doesn't like notify all of my 50-something subscribers, but also so that I have something to look back on and then see how I can edit them, how I can make them better, and then actually post them and have them go like live without notifying all of my backers and subscribers and whatnot. And then I just I can see an evolution of these self-recordings over time. So although I just started with this, it's a big win because it's an idea I've been having for 2-3 years now, and I just haven't got around to actually posting it. And so in doing it, it's actually motivated me to want to edit and make these so much better, which is awesome because these would never have been edited without first having published them or having the intent to publish them. Okay, how many units did I sell this week? So this is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time as well. I don't even know the number of units of products that I've sold this last week. But something I want to do is I want to build out this like little barometer, and I want to do with my boys, like draw it out so it's like a 8-foot giant barometer, and it shows like selling 1 million of my products at the top, and then like where I'm currently at, and then every single week be like, okay, we sold 48 units this week. Woo! Like, and I can draw this tiny little fine red line at the very bottom of it. And then every week as I'm doing the self-recording, it's like, cool, we sold this many, we sold this many, we sold this many. We had a huge sell this week, so we sold a lot this week, and kind of like document it and see how long it takes for me to sell 1 million of my products starting from the day that I do the barometer. And this is a great way for me to like hold myself accountable in knowing how many I just sell this last week, and then being able to like, okay, 1,047,000. Boop. And do that little bit of entry, and then I can show it both in this video along with like knowing how long it takes me. This process, it might take me like 10 years to sell 1 million of my products. So that's lens caps, lens hoods, Cosmo caps, satellites, you know, new inventions, jiffies, water bears, really anything that I have ever invented, I'm like grouping together into this deal. And if I sell it, meaning if it gets sold on Amazon, if it gets sold on my website, if it gets sold through social media, if I go and do like a trade show or an event and I sell product there, like it's any time that I am exchanging that product for money, I would consider that a sale. So I'm grouping together everything into this barometer of how many did I sell this week in my attempt to get up to selling 1 million of my products, and then documenting it along the way and having it turn into like this feverish quest. I'm gonna do everything it takes to sell 1 million Jiffies or 1 million of my products and see where it goes. So because I don't know, I haven't really figured out where I'm gonna find all that information. We're just gonna leave it as like, I will figure it out next week. Alrighty, so random side quests. Okay, Lexi locked herself in the pantry. This really happened. This really happened, watch. What's going on, babe?
Locked in the pantry. And attempt to put a real lock on it so the boys don't get in here anymore. Go away. No help trying to undo this. Think about it.
Bob's locked in there forever.
No, we can figure it out. I'll just take everything.
Daddy thinks it's funny guys are locked in there.
No, I don't. I think it's a funny situation. I don't know what I need. I trapped myself. How do we open this?
Get locked from the pantry.
Dawson, I'm serious. For our dog to eat all our snacks, for you to just open them up. No.
Wait. What'd you just say?
funny.
They eat snacks when they're bored? What did I say in my last recording? I eat snacks when I'm bored. They get it from me? Ah! That is a nice handle right there. What if I want a snack? A little bit of product placement, no big deal. Are you serious?
Shouldn't have locked it.
I didn't lock it! Oh, wait, there's a key. Okay, now try it.
It says,
Well, that works. I think you've got it handled at this point. Is that cool? Okay, I'm gonna get back to work. Cool. You know what? Now having that like fingerprint ID on there to be able to go in and out of our pantry has saved us so many messes. We still have snacks after like 2 or 3 days of having grabbed them from the grocery, and it's kind of fun seeing that like an attempt at actually trying to control our kids work. It actually worked. Oh man. Okay, this one's a fun little story as well. So this actually happened a couple of weeks ago, but I actually went back to find it, and this is what happened. July 5th, and I found something. I'm coming back for this. I'm taking this off. This is going in my office. Okay, it's been a couple of weeks since I saw that sign, so hopefully it's still there. Come on. Ooh, I think it's still there. It is. Oh! Bummer! Are you kidding? They took all the good signs! Are you stinking kidding me? Oh, man! Some clever, eager dude got to this before me. I could just take this whole thing, maybe. All right, win some, you lose some. Gosh, dang it. Well, I could have 3 dope signs I could have hung up in my office too. Yeah, I know. It kind of sucks. I really wish that I had all 3 of those signs that were there. But instead, I found this. Now, rest assured, it's been there for like 3 or 4 weeks now, and I just saw it on one of my runs, saw it again on one of my runs, saw it a 4th time while I was driving, and then I was like, look, I don't want the same Mobetta sign thing to happen again, so I just threw it in the back of my Sprinter van and then took it home. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, this one was pretty great. So I've been calling these like side projects. Instead of projects, I'm calling them side quests. I think all of us have like a really fun narrative. No, I shouldn't say that. All of us have a main quest, a narrative. Some of us, like me, try to make it really, really fun. And like any good, fun narrative or main quest, there's always these like break off side quests that either take the hero off their journey or it helps enhance the main quest by helping them find something, a tool, a friend, something to help them kind of address the problems that they're having at the current state and move forward with the main quest. And so in changing it from projects or side things, I've called them side quests and seen that like if this is a real side quest, then it is something that helps the main quest. But if I feel like I have too many side quests, what it really does is it actually chokes off completely the main quest. You just are just like spiraling because you're just always doing the side quests and you're never actually like focusing on the main quest. Case in point, let me show you.
Hang up these, sort that, organize those, list these, drop these off, sell that, mount that, hang up these, test these packaging samples from the factory, did a nice video from my friends, list these, organize all of this, finish hanging up the rest of this, clean up and organize this.
Yeah, so don't become me and have a bunch of side quests to the point where it chokes you off from actually doing the main quest. That's the insight. Okay, this one's really, really fun. So the live session, let's see, I've got my screen mirrored. There we go. Live sessions are the closest thing to real instantaneous feedback loops that you can get that also allow you to edit, post-process, and repurpose later, performing, promoting, and repurposing later. Okay, and what do I mean by that? So on Saturday, I had a bunch of returned orders, packages that had been sent to me. Anyways, so I had this big bag of returned orders and I packaged them right here. Again, going back to a side quest, this is like a project that I needed to get done that I just kept postponing. So I was like, I'm gonna give myself an hour. I'm gonna focus on just like opening up each of these, sorting out the good, brand new products that haven't actually been opened, used, versus, you know, the other packages and all that stuff. And while I was doing it, I was like, man, I'm listening to fun music. I'm doing something that I'm doing every single week anyways. I wonder if I could like do a live session, or in other words, I could like turn on my live YouTube channel and while it's going, sorting orders, putting unused products back in their place. I could be answering questions. I could be interacting with my community. And then it could turn into like fun jam sessions where we're dancing together, or answering questions, or people could come up like with great ideas and we could just be spitballing about those ideas. I was like, oh my gosh, this actually might be a great idea. So what I did was I turned on my YouTube channel to do like a live, and it told me you don't have 50 subscribers and not enough shorts, like YouTube shorts. So get 50 subscribers and then pump out enough YouTube shorts and then you can do live. So I was like, oh, that sucks. So I ended up not doing a live session, but then I went on to Chatty and I asked Chatty, hey, can you like pre-record the live session? And then she told me, actually, if you do a live session, you have the ability to record the whole thing and then download it afterward. And that, for some reason, blew my mind. To think that you could do a live recording and then later, if it was like an hour, and of that hour, 50 minutes was just crap. It was just spitballing, doing nothing, you know, answering questions and all that stuff. But then 10 minutes of it was like someone asked a really great question. Someone brought up a really great improvement or idea for a new product. There was something that ended up happening that could be repurposed and reused for another video or for another idea or another product or process later. Then it was totally worth it. So my feeling is that eventually I want to get to the point where I'm doing these live, what I'm calling live demo sessions, where I'm in the process of iterating or experimenting on a product. Say we're 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 prototypes in to making this one product, right? I would love to get it to the point where I spend the entire week making all these improvements and the adjustments to this product, and then I do a demo day, right? A demonstration day. We get on, like it's a pre-scheduled like at 10 a.m. on a Friday, Mountain Standard Time. I get on, and for the next hour, we're going to demo this to the community. Okay, so we made all these improvements, and then say it's a demo day. It's 10 a.m. Friday. We're about to do demo day. We get on. It's a live session with the community, and it's like, okay, guys, these were all the suggestions and the improvements that we wanted to make this last week. These are the suggestions and improvements we actually did, and now we're going to test to see if it actually works. And then like on live television, like on live YouTube, live, we're going to test this together. And then the thing either explodes or it doesn't work or whatever. And then in that point, it's like, dang it. Like, okay, we made 5 of these. So, the first one didn't work and we were testing one variable. Okay, that's why it didn't work. Okay, great. Okay, let's test the second one. Let's test the third one. Let's test the fourth one. Let's test the fifth one. And then we have all of this data that we're learning together. And then I could ask the community, okay, what do you think went wrong? What do you think we should try next? How could we pivot? What do we need to take into account? And then we could like engage and do like a retrospect, what's called a sprint retrospect on the actual demo to see like what went right, what went wrong, how could we improve it, what new obstacles are we now running into that we need to address this following week, and then repeat the cycle. Spend the next week addressing those obstacles, and then have demo day again for the prototype or the product, and then getting the community to help in providing amazing feedback, insights, ideas, suggestions, or even resources and referrals to the right kind of people who might know how to answer those questions. So anyways, live sessions, that all came from a side quest. Okay, so this one's interesting. So the first one is I'm considering doing universal gun scope caps and circular and roulette triangles of jiffies for outdoor gear. Let me show you what I'm talking about. No, I'm not gonna show you what I'm talking about, not because it's like proprietary or hush hush, but because I am so tired of doing this entire video editing and I'm just gonna include it maybe in another video. Okay, what about some kind of lobster hands and the lens jacket like this here, but for jiffies? No, what are your thoughts about that? That's kind of interesting, right? And the last one is, what if I did a scheduled live session towards the end of every week called You've Got Mail? And I go through returned orders, things people have sent me, and answer FAQs and stuff from the community. That's kind of going back to the insights and reflections, but I think that's a really, really fun idea. Then I'm doing 2 live sessions a week, demo day, as well as You've Got Mail sessions. Anyways, that's it for my self-recording this week. I'm really excited about how this is structured and how this is already, it's making quantum leaps of improvement week by week as I'm figuring out the structure, building it out in like a Google Doc. I'll likely build it out in like a, like what is it called? Like a PowerPoint or something like that in the future, but making them and like engaging, interactive, pulling old video footage from the past and like plugging it into this to kind of give you guys a better idea of how things are going. But then also having this be like a way to document my life, where I'm at, what's going on, and at the same time do so in an entertaining, engaging, and educational. Makes this just so fun. And that is it for this self-recording. Thank you again for watching. Carrie, thank you again, buddy, for watching and for putting in the time for making and editing this video. You won't regret it. This is old Carrie talking to new Carrie or future Carrie. You won't regret it.